Hi guys, good morning. So today we'll see how to create a Salesforce Lightning component. Got it? So what's that? Salesforce Lightning component, right? So if you want to create this LWC, if you want to create this LWC component, just I'm writing LWC component, right? So what are the prerequisites we need? What are the prerequisites for creating this Lightning web component? So, what are the prerequisites? The first one is you need a Salesforce developer edition or else the sandbox, right? You will go and create a free Salesforce developer edition or a free sandbox. A Salesforce a developer edition or a sandbox. Got it? A free Salesforce a developer edition or sandbox. Next, second one is what? Salesforce CLI. Salesforce CLI installed a newer system, a newer system. Got it. And then after, so we need one tool. So that is a Visual Studio Code. A Visual Studio Code. Right. In shortcut, we are calling this one is a VS Code. Right. So with the extension, what extension? That is a Salesforce extension pack. Salesforce extension pack installed in your Visual Studio Code. That's it. Right. So these are the prerequisites to implement the component. Got a point? Right. So once you install the Visual Studio Code and the Salesforce CLI, and so you added this extension pack, and then after your Visual Studio Code is ready. Next, what we have to do, right? So we need to create a component. We need to create a component. So how we can create the component? Just click on Control Shift P. What's that? Hold on, Control Shift P. Then automatically, right, you will get this pop-up. You will get this drop down. So here we have a create a Lightning Web Component. Right? If you're not yet seeing this create Lightning Web Component, just you can type it sfdx colon create. sfdx colon create. See here the lot of options is there. Create a class, trigger, a unit test class, your application, your component, your event, your interface like that. See here, create Lightning Web Component. See this one, Lightning Web Component. Just hit on Lightning Web Component, and here you have to provide the name. Right? I'm giving the name as my first component. First component. Then hit on enter button. Once again, hit on enter button. See here. So we created a component. We created a component. See, we have a HTML file, JavaScript file, and a meta file. Got it? HTML file, JavaScript file, and a meta file. Clear point, right? So let's see. So what was the component name? What was a component name? That is first component. First component, right? So once you created a component, right, the Salesforce is providing dot HTML file. Dot HTML file. What was the component name? First component, right? The Salesforce is creating dot HTML file. Got it. And then after, Salesforce is creating one more file that is a dot JavaScript. What's that file? The second file is a JavaScript file. So what about third one? Third one. Third one is a first component dot JavaScript hyphen meta dot XML file. Meta dot XML file. Right. So what is this HTML file? What is this HTML file? It defines the structure. It defines the structure and appearance of the component. Defines the structure and appearance of the components. Clear? Next, in the JavaScript. In the JavaScript file, what we have, right? Contains contains the logic, contains the logic and event handlers. Contains the logic and the event handlers. And we have the XML file. XML file, right? So means what? Right. So where and how we are going to use this component so we can define in this XML file. Got it? Nothing but what specifies where and how the component can be used. Got it? So where and how the component can be used. Got a point? So once you created a component, so then what we have to do? So we need to do the deployment. We need to do the deployment, right? So what is the meaning of deployment? Just we are pushing the component, component to Salesforce to a Salesforce for usage. Got it? Right? So from Visual Studio Code to our Salesforce org. Right? So we created a component. Once we created the component, right? Salesforce means Visual Studio Code automatically created HTML, JavaScript, and the meta file. Right? HTML, the structure and the appearance. JavaScript, the logic and event handlers. Right? Meta, so where you are going to use, so we can specify. Then deployment, so we can push this component to our Salesforce. Clear? Right. So now let's see how we are going to write the HTML code. Got it? Now come here. So this is the HTML. This is the HTML. See here the template. Right. Template is nothing but what? The root tag for the HTML files. What is a template? A template for the root tag for the HTML files. Right. And then after, I'm creating one division. I'm creating one a division. Right. Division. I'm writing H1. Right. So I'm writing H1 tag. Welcome to welcome to right. Welcome to your first LWC component. Welcome to your first LWC component. Clear? I used a H1 tag, right? A HTML tag. Next, I'm using paragraph tag, right? So paragraph tag. See here. This is a this is a simple lightning web component. Lightning web component example. Simple lightning web component example. Clear? Next, I'm going to create a button. How to create the button? Just I'm using lightning button. Lightning button. Right? So this is the base lightning button. Right? So what was the label? Label label equals to label equals to label equals to click me. Label equals to click me. Right? Next, so once you clicked on, right? So that is on click, right? So just here I'm going to write the handler. That is handle me or handle click. Just you can write anything. Don't worry, right? So next, click on save. Done. So we created a HTML file. We created a HTML file. So now we can go here JavaScript. Now we can go here JavaScript and see here the first line import lightning element from LWC. What is this? This is the base class for all the LWC component. Right. Next. So for this button, so we written one controller. Just you can copy that controller name. Now see here. Right. So here, click me, click me. Once you clicked here, what happened? I want to show the alert. I want to show the alert. Right. So what's that? Button, button, click, button, click, and with the semicolon. That's it. Right. So whenever we are clicking on this click me, automatically it will goes to this controller. Right. In this controller, what we return? Right. So we return a simple alert. We return a simple alert message. That's it. Then click on here, save button. Got it. Next, now you can go here, meta.xml file. Meta.xml. So is exposed means what? If you want to show this particular component to your UI, right? So like if you want to make available the Lightning application builder, yes, just you can type a true. Just you can type a true. Next, so where you want to show this, right? So that is a target. Target. So where you want to show this? Got it. So targets. Sorry. Targets. Targets. Right. Next, target. Target. Right. So where you want to show? I want to show this one. The lightning record page. Lightning record page. Right. I want to show. I want to show the lightning app page. Lightning app page. I want to show the lightning record page and app page. Right. I want to show this one lightning homepage. Got it? Record page, app page, and home page. Then click on the save button. Right. So what we did? So we created three elements: HTML, JavaScript, and XML file. Next, what we have to do? So we need to do the deployment. We need to do the deployment. So before going to deployment, what we have to do? So we need to connect to our Salesforce account. How we can connect to the Salesforce account? Nothing but what? We are authorizing our Salesforce account. Simple. Shift Control P. Then here we have a authorize an org option is then just click on authorize an org. Then hit on enter and automatically it opens the browser. Right. So just select your username and password. Just enter the username and password and automatically see here the Salesforce is connected to your Salesforce account. Right. So then just you can log into your Salesforce account. Right. So now what we have to do? So we need to deploy this component. We need to deploy this component. Right. So how we can deploy this component? Simple. Just you can right click on this main component name is then a first component. Just right click on it. Then here we have the deploy this to source org. deploy this to source org. Just click on this, see here, see the deploy, right? So whatever the component you created, whatever the component you created, so now that component is moved to your Salesforce org. Got it, right? So next, what we have to do, right? So I want to see the output. So how we can see the output? So we have two ways, right? So you can create a URA application. You can create a URA application. Just you can go here, file, new, Lightning application. What is this? First component application. Right? Click on submit. Now, what I'm doing, just I'm going to call that C colon. Right? So what was the name we given? First component. Right? So just copy that, then you can paste it here. Got it. So then save it, then click on here preview. See, but so this is what a visual force button. This is what a visual force a button, right? A visual force button. So but I want the lightning button. I want the lightning button. So how simple? So here, right after the application, just write extends equals to force colon SLDS, right? So just we are calling Salesforce Lightning Design System. That's it. Then click on here, update the preview. See here, now we got the lightning button. Just click here, click me. See here, the button click, right? So this is my HTML. This is my HTML page. Whenever I'm clicking on this, the click me, and automatically it will goes to the controller. That in the controller, what we written? See here, button click, button click. Got it, right? So now I want to show the same component into my Salesforce UI. Got it. So now you can go here, just switch to the Lightning experience. Right. So now let's see here we have the accounts. Just click on this accounts. Got it. Just you can open any record. Now I want to add it here. I want to add it here. Simple. Just you can go here, settings, then click on here, edit page. Click on this edit page. So once you clicked on the edit page, then it will goes to the Lightning app builder. So in the Lightning app builder, just you can left side canvas, just you can move little bit. See here we have the first component. So just drag and drop that first component wherever you want. Just I'm adding here. I'm adding to right side here. Just click on this save. That's it. So now you can go back. Now you can go back. Now in the accounts object, see here, just click here, see button click, just click here, button click, right? So once you created a component, right? So wherever you want, you can add it. So that will be defined in the XML file. Got it? So this is my HTML, nothing but what? Structure and the appearance. Got it? And the JavaScript, the logic and events, JavaScript, logics and events, and XML file. This is for configuration, right? Where you want to show this component. The deployment is what? Just we are pushing the code to your Salesforce. Got it? So please subscribe to this channel. You are going to get the more interesting videos related to the Salesforce. Thank you. Have a nice day.